if you only ever turn up when you want something, that's bad. If you only ever turn up superficially, that's bad. But if you keep turning up in your niche, in your community, and if you genuinely are part of the community, you're not just trying to sell to them or get something from them, then people do notice. It might take a while, and you have to think for yourself. Don't be just regurgitating and recycling what everybody else is saying, because otherwise, why would somebody pay attention to you? It's like with the AI tools. If you use AI to create your content, I could use AI to create the same answers. Why would I read what you copied and pasted? I want to hear from you, your experience, your genuine input. Where are you adding to the conversation rather than just trying to extract value from it? And people do notice, but you have to keep turning up, and you have to turn up in a way that gives you a positive and rewarding reputation. For an example from everybody's day-to-day life, if you hire a contractor, say an electrician or a plumber, and they turn up, they clean after themselves, they go above and beyond, and somebody else has a job that requires somebody like that, you're going to recommend them, and you're going to put your own reputation on the line. So it's the same in every niche. If somebody's got a problem with something that you've been working on, and you've turned up and you've been helpful and you've been valuable and you're a cool person to know, a genuine, authentic person, then they're more likely to recommend you. And that's to anybody. That could be big or small. It doesn't matter, because you've been just genuinely helpful. You've not been saying, if I do this and this, I'm going to reach that big person. You've been going out of your way to help, or just be friendly, or just be funny, or whatever. There's a lot of influencers out there who, they're not experts in the field. They're just entertaining and ask interesting questions that evoke interesting answers from people. They don't necessarily have to know the answers themselves. And so you can turn up in many ways and become part of the community and part of the conversation in ways that don't necessarily mean that you have to be the expert at something, or the only person with an answer, or the highest paid consultant. You can just be a neat person to know. Some of the big podcasters that I follow, the ones on YouTube, it's usually referrals that get the best guests. It's not necessarily PR companies pitching them, I think you should have this guest on. Some of the best guests are, can you make an introduction? And why would somebody recommend another guest? It's because they got something interesting to say, or because they're just a neat person to know. Because you're not sharing somebody to get on the radar, you're sharing somebody because it's actually valuable. If you put the spotlight on somebody else genuinely because there's something interesting there, or something useful there, or something thought-provoking there, then it does tend to work out in everybody's favor. It's the old ethos of blogging. It's, I think this person's got something to say. This is where I disagree. This is where I agree. And increasingly, I believe what you put out, you get back. Not necessarily straight away, unfortunately, but if you're putting good stuff out there and being a positive influence, I think whether it's woo and just something mystical, or it's just something just mundane and practical, that we all prefer being around people who are a positive influence, I think it does work out.